Arsenal Fan TV, Chris, 1-0 in reflection, very, very good victory for Arsenal.
Yeah, very important for a number of reasons. I mean, it's nice obviously to get through to Champions League again, to the group stage, 17 years in a row. And if you consider clubs like Barcelona, Man United, Madrid, well, I say Man United, you know, after last night, maybe that's not...
They even get through the next round of Capital Cup.
You know, Bayern Munich, those sort of teams have at least had 1 year or out of the competition, whilst we're the only team in Europe that have consistently got there. But then again, I'm being honest and taking my Arsenal hat off that I'd rather have qualified only half of those times and won it once. So it doesn't really mean much unless you win it or at least get to the final. But hey, it's, you know, big for us because it means that we can potentially, you know, it keeps our options open in terms of the transfer window, which is this could define our season. The next
Alexis Sanchez tonight, brilliant performance by him tonight. Now, does that mean that we don't need a striker? We got a striker there. We paid £35 million for him. He's done the business tonight. More to come. Do you think that's going to be enough? Or?
Well, to take your first point, yes, he played very well tonight, especially in the second half, and his work rate is absolutely incredible. He is a great player in his own right, but in terms of an out-and-out striker, I'm still not convinced. I think I was baffled by one of Arsene's quotes earlier. I mean, I'm his biggest fan, you know that, but he said something about how we've got an unbelievable number of strikers who can, you know, people that can play striker at this club. I don't agree with that at all.
Well, if you look on it, right, you've got Giroud, you've got Sonogo, who's obviously
but the others are midfielders or unproven.
So Joel Campbell in the if he looks like he's going to stay. He played as an out-and-out striker in the World Cup.
But he's Podolski. No, Campbell played wide. He's played out wide for most of his time at Olympiacos, and he's even if he was a striker, he's unproven and a youngster. So we need someone that is good now and that can you know, start scoring goals.
So who would you go for?
Well, we've lost Bentner, so maybe Peter Crouch. Or
well, we're going in for Zigic.
Yeah, I know. I was really excited
Serbian
about
Peter
that.
Crouch.
Well, this brings me on to another point. I don't agree with the way we do business in the transfer window. I mean, I don't agree with the transfer window overall because I believe it's a restraint of trade. But at the end of the day, a successful business has to adapt to the circumstances, and we have to get the players in much earlier. We always leave it to the last minute every single year, and we have to just make the best of what we can.
Is it circumstances? Because if you look on it, he's bought four players already. Is it circumstances now with the injury to Giroud that, well, it don't even look like he's going to get a striker? So
we have bought players, but we haven't addressed the key areas that we needed strengthening. We scored 68 league goals last season. Man City and Liverpool scored 102 and 101 respectively. So that's 35 odd goals that we're short on. So striker was a no-brainer, in my opinion. We needed a striker last summer and the summer before. We didn't get one. And you know, I'm a fan, as I mentioned, of playing two up front. But even if we're just going to continue with one up front, we still needed a good backup who can come in. So not a gamble like someone like Raw, like Sonogo or whatever. So that's one area. And we haven't got a central defender, haven't got a defensive midfielder, and I still think nothing's really changed in terms. We can't be more optimistic for this season at this moment in time than last season, because the reason we came unstuck against those big teams was we didn't have someone with presence at the back, like a defensive midfielder or a big central defender that's not going to go forward. You're just going to sit and, like, if you look at all the teams that have won a Premiership, they've had Yaya Toure, Terry, Matic, Matic hasn't won it, but Vieira, Petit, those type of players who are not. Every single one of our midfielders is attacking apart from Flamini, and I don't know. I just think it's going to be a similar story.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, right? Deadline day, we're going to link up. We'll see who we get, and then we'll continue this conversation on.
I hope we can have a conversation about someone we've signed on deadline day that's not. Well, Kim Karlstrom would be fine, but we'll see.
Get the Arsenal Fan TV app, available on Apple and Android now.